Oh hey internet, what is up? Welcome back to the Type QQ channel. Welcome back to some more Jetbuster as we go for another run for that ever so elusive 1cc. We're with our main man Arashi here, as we're also fitted with his background as well. Sort of ninja cat, I suppose. The coolest cat. But yeah, once again, I feel like I'm in a situation where I have to say like, hey, long time no see. But as I have to preface, like sometimes with my new work week where I'm like a order fulfiller shipper type guy, always on my feet, something always in my hand, always something in my ass. Not particularly, but and then I have brand new babes to take care of. That like sometimes I just it gets overwhelming real quick. And sometimes, as much as I'd like to sit down and play video games, make content that I can kind of voice over later, it's just not in the cards. But here we are, we're exploiting a little secret there. You can see that there was that Grey Banzer Fox sign. If you use your alternative fire on it, you start producing some metals out of it. Even despite the fact that it's not an enemy, so it's kind of a cool little hidden place in a in caravan fashion that you can kind of score some extra points. So it looks like we're satisfied with level 2 metals here. Or are we? Yeah, it looks like we are. And then scoring some nice pointage off this building as well. You can kind of go right up close to it and actually start collecting a lot of stuff out of it. I believe you can. I mean, obviously, as we see, there's a lot of collectibles you can pick up. You can probably get up to level 5, but it looks like for this time being we're at level 4. I think if you like no miss the boss here with level 4, you can get a extend from the first level. However, you might be able to get a little bit less out of that from my level 5. Excuse me, as I'm like slowly losing my will to think cognitively and form a human sentence. But I think moving on to the next level with level 5 has its benefits as well. But actually, yeah, there's our extend for our no miss with, what is that? 500,000, 500? No, 5 mil, 5.2 mil. On to the second level, and as you can tell by the length of this video, we've got a pretty decent whack at it. I mean, I think we still have a long ways to go, considering we're not really striking the final boss in any form. Just kind of the stage leading up to him or the stage prior. So I think we still have a long ways to go. Here we are at level 5 metals, however. And there's certainly a couple enemies that you really want to hit with your alt fire when you can. Particularly the sort of pink aircraft that comes up kind of like a sort of mini boss of sorts. Granted, all these guys are nice to hit. But yeah, this guy here. So of course, if you want to hit him up with all the alternate fire you want, that's fine, but there you go. Yeah, he'll drop a ton of coins, and if you can at least think about it, either just before he dies or before you pick up all those coins, you can turn those into some massive points. And that's the crazy thing, is that we're not even finished with this level, and we've already picked up a extend. Granted, yeah, we just found a way to eat shit right there and lose the extend just as soon as we got it. So it's kind of a real big shame that we are just fulfilling our prophecy of just dying twice? Dying twice? What the fuck is going on? We are grade A awful right now. It's kind of one of those things where we're trying to wrap ourselves around some advanced strategery, some nice planning and some nice Jesus, that gets a little tight there, doesn't it? I don't recall this level 2 being so crazy. That just ate 3 bombs. I don't know if that we really should have thrown away so many bombs, but my god. But as I was saying, we really try to think of some advanced tactics, and then we throw it away by just, forgetting to do the most basic stuff, like not getting our face pummeled. It's like maybe we should bring it back a step to just, how do we not get our face pummeled? All right, able to do pretty well against the boss. The stage prior, not so much. But I'll tell you, it feels good to be back in the swing of things. I think, I don't know if I can particularly promise a schedule of sorts. The schedule is that I can promise to, as much as I can. That's kind of how that works. At least for the foreseeable future. But who knows? Who knows? What somebody needs to do is invent 5 more hours in the day, or 6 more hours in the day, just so just so there's time for everything, in one day, just not enough time. So here we are, stage 3. This is certainly a banquet of bonus points if you can manage it. We're sitting at level 4. We probably really should go higher, although it looks like we're pretty happy with level 4 right now. Granted, as much as we're getting our ass beat, I suppose it's not a bad place to be. We just picked up an extend, bringing our life total up to 4, down to 3, and our medals down to 2. So, yeah, I guess we don't have a choice now of being satisfied at a particular level. We have to kind of work ourselves back up to 4. It looks like where seemingly our comfort level is. Which we could kind of complain and say, hey, maybe that's a little too low, but I think it's probably acceptable considering how bad we're playing in this run. Although we're hovering right under 5 now. Really, just one more coin and it's level 5s. Which is kind of silly. We really should just shoot. There it is. I say we really should shoot just one bullet out there. There's another extend. As this game is being more than more than friendly, keeping us in this game. More than gracious, right? We've gotten maybe 4 extends right now, and we have 4 lives. We really should just be dead. But we'll stick it out. Hopefully, lucky number 4 is where it's at. Maybe some lucky plays, maybe some decent dodges. But here we are with some blue bullets again. Luckily, they didn't necessarily bother us this time. We really ought to go in the options and change that up. What I'm thinking is, if we can change it all to pink, I think that's exactly what we'll probably find to be the easiest. But I think we're doing okay, all things considered. That past pattern isn't so bad like we've seen in other videos. It kind of matures into a rather easy pattern. And this one as well is not so bad, although I think we're in a bad position in the corner there. Able to just drop down a lot of damage here. There we go. You know, I would really like some of these no miss bonuses later in these levels, but just not happening. So level 4, I believe, and we're sitting here just crossing level 5 on metal. So we're hoping that, you know, our giant shuriken here can kind of. Jesus Christ, we're sitting on 2 bombs as well, I think. So that drops us down to level 3. We're now working to build that back up. I mean, this is why we can't have nice things, I guess, huh? Every time we have a nice metal multiplier, we have to squander it and get our ass beat. Using that power up as a sort of, you know, spherical shield. Sitting at 4, it looks like we're good with 4. Maybe a solid theme for the video, I think. Not sure if we need a bomb there, but we could easily just kind of graze a lot of that stuff. And save the bombs for when we are direly in need. But I could understand, you know, if we're really feeling that the run just is not working, basic dodging and maneuvering just is not up to par, then I suppose leaning on the bombs a little bit more makes a little bit more sense. You know, I have to admit, some of these videos when I'm making them, there we go. We gotta pick up another extend. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm just like, my brain is in slow motion, you know, after, you know, a day of work and just kind of maybe being preoccupied with other things. It feels like, man, you know, my head is just in a bucket of mud or something. I just can't think straight. You know, I can't really see the screen. I mean, not literally, but, you know, it's like I just don't feel like I'm in the zone. And this one certainly could have been it, where I'm just kind of like, what is going on? You know, it almost feels like, yeah, okay, we got a strategy going, but I can't implement it worth hell. Trying to stay in those dead zones. Hoping to get up to level 5 before the end of this fight, but it's not going to work. I believe this is the last form of this guy. Although I think there might be... No, I think there might be one more. Usually the pilot pops out at the very last one, so maybe we'll see. Yeah, so Musashi pops out. Oh Christ, it's... two speed bullets were doomed. Boy, we are not seeing this pattern one bit. Eating up both those bombs right there. Luckily, this one seems to be a bit easier. We just kind of have to align our bullets right with his face. And there it is. Moving on to stage 5? Question mark? Unfortunately, these levels don't really... Oh, yeah. As we're picking up a new achievement there for clearing stage 4. So that... I was just about to say, like, who knows at this point, you know? But yeah, stage 5. 3 lives. 60 mil. Using that sphere as long as we could, but somehow I think that the game knows that, oh, we just gave you a sphere, so we're not going to necessarily, like, you know, hand you enemies. So a pretty good sort of well here of coins to build you up. Up to halfway through 4. Easily probably could get 5 if we wanted it, but I think we're kind of satisfied with trying to get the points we can right now with as bad as we're playing. You know, maybe I think trying to do too much is not going to be part of the overall scheme. As you can just tell, we're down to 2 lives now immediately. Although, you know, this level is doing a fine job of making sure we're doing pretty decent in our metal. So back up to 5. There's another extend. So very, very gracious, my God. you know, a game that just does not want you to game over despite your best efforts, you know. So I really do think, you know, once we keep, you know, keep at it, you know, this game will be 1CC'd in no time. Getting a little ugly, but almost at six here. Yes, crossing over to 6 now. Wish we could kind of take advantage of level 6 a little bit more when it comes to the medals, although that was a big kind of score there. I'd like to see 6 later on in the next level, or maybe, you know, pickups through this boss, but it's one of those things, like, I'm not so sure we're going to be able to keep this multiplier. Using a bomb at the very last second. Sometimes Arashi's speed can get you in trouble like that. Although it looks like we're going to be able to get through this form just fine, yeah. Hopefully we can get through... No, I was going to say, hopefully we're going to be able to use that orb as a sort of shield, but I think they're too smart for us, and they kind of... Oh, man. Alright, took him down as well. Looks like one more. Yeah, as much as we'd like to hide behind that orb, the fight is just not starting until we pick it up. One more mech. Sort of highway of death here, but I think we've seen it before. However, that curveball there with the sort of circular pattern exploding, that certainly kind of added some difficulty. However, we are sitting at our final life. Fools, he will show you what power really is. Alright, there's stage 5. On to stage 6. I think there's 7 levels. But we're not doing so hot when it comes to our health points. I mean, we beat the last level, but like, who really got beat up, you know? So, 2 lives. We just picked up an extend, so who knows? We're sitting at a 100 mil. I'm not sure exactly where the next one will be, right? However, there's our first life down. Picking up a ton of coins here for our multiplier, up to 4 now, but it's quickly crawling. But it looks like we're going to stop at 4, hoping that's kind of a good mark to move on and collect another extend. Hopefully, this guy looks like he's done. He's done. All right, we should be able to graze this without any problem. No sort of panicking, no bombs. Kind of losing some medals off on the side. Tons of medals, look at that. And some lucky dodges here as well. Kind of seeing things here. Probably a good... Although we're just kind of getting overwhelmed, and we're having this sort of reflex of falling into the corner and hiding. Oh, and man. Not good there. But that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. And we'll play some more Jet Buster in the future.